My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. Dr. B, 30 plus years of experience in medicine. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to you about your diet. And regarding your diet, I want to talk to you about the difference about the total carbohydrates and the net carbohydrates. So when you buy something, let me give you an example. I'm not advertising anything, right? These are whole almonds. I live in California. Look, do you see this bag of whole almonds? 100% almonds, nothing else but almonds. In California, we have the best almonds in the world. No sugar, no salt, right? I buy all these bags all the time together with almonds, peanuts, and of course pistachios. No sugar, no fat. 1 pound in this bag. Look at this bag. 1 pound, right? Extremely super healthy, right? Now look, I'm going to read the back label. With each serving of this, I get a total carbohydrates of 6 grams. And I get a total sugar, means net carbohydrate, of only 1 gram. Isn't that crazy? So when I eat a fistful of almond, right, for each of my servings of almond, no sugar, no fat, I get a total of 6 grams of carbohydrate, 6 grams, among which only 1 gram of sugar. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that healthy? 1 gram, only one tiny. The 5 grams that are left, it's all dietary fibers. Dietary fibers. My God, so healthy. Dietary fibers, these 5 grams that I get, do not get digested by my small intestine. Right? Only the 1 gram of net carbohydrates, also called sugar, right, goes into my blood. And that's bad, right? You want a tiny amount, 1 gram. Isn't that amazing? So remember, whenever you buy something, any food that you buy, make sure you count the total carbohydrate, right? And then look among that total carbohydrate, how much of it is sugar, also called net carbohydrate, and how much of it is dietary fibers. So when I eat these almonds, I'm not advertising any brand. I don't care about that. I'm here to help you, not to advertise or sell you anything. You see this almond, 100% pure almond. The back label here, the back label is telling me that I get 6 grams of carbohydrate, right? Carbohydrates. But among these 6 grams of carbohydrates, 5 of them are dietary fibers, which are so healthy for you because they don't get absorbed, they don't become sugar in my blood. They go into my large intestine, my colon, and they keep my colon healthy. They keep me from getting colon cancer. They provide a good environment for my microbiome, right? For the healthy dietary microbes that I eat, right? With my no sugar, no fat yogurt, right? What we call the probiotics, right? So I eat 1 tablespoon, look, 1 tablespoon only every day, morning, afternoon, evening. That's 3 tablespoons of yogurt. That's it. Every day. Morning 1, afternoon 1 tablespoon, evening 1 tablespoon, so that I can get from the yogurt this healthy probiotic. And that yogurt has no sugar, no fat, no added sugar, no fat, no nothing, right? It has just the natural sugar of the yogurt, right? But no added sugar, no salt, no nothing, no nothing. Pure, 100% fat-free yogurt, no sugar added, right? So once you buy your almonds, your peanut butter, your fruits, blah, blah, any food that you buy, pay attention to the total carbohydrates that contains the dietary fibers, like in these almonds, plus the sugar. Make sure the amount of net sugar, also called net carbohydrates. So sometimes they come up with two different names. Sometimes they call it sugar, like in this case, they call it total sugar. But in some other labels, they're gonna call it net sugar or net carbohydrates, right? The total carbohydrates is the dietary fibers, these 5 grams, plus the net carbohydrates, also called net sugar or total sugar. Stay away from freaking sugar. Anything that is net carbohydrates or total sugar or net sugar, you put it aside, right? So you want a small amount of total sugar, also called net carbohydrates. It's crazy. They come up with these different terms, right? Why do you call it net carbohydrates? Why don't you just call it sugar? But that's how it is. So don't get fooled. The total carbohydrates is the dietary fibers, which is good. You want this to be high so that you eat a lot of fibers, right? And in the nuts, in the peanut butter, I get a lot of dietary fibers and a tiny bit of sugar, also called net carbohydrates. Be careful, don't get fooled, because labels between different manufacturers are labeled differently when it comes to this nasty sugar, the glucose that you eat and that goes in your blood and wreaks havoc to your health, right? So always, whenever you eat something, make sure that the dietary fibers, these 5 grams that I get from, for example, my almonds, 5 grams are higher the better. And the net sugar, also called net carbohydrate, is low. Here I get only 1 grams. Do you understand? It's very important that you understand. Let me give you another example. I'm not doing any advertisement. I love to eat 100% cocoa powder. Super healthy, full of minerals, antioxidants, vitamins, everything that you freaking need and that you can find in high sugar fruits is in this. In addition, of course, to tea that I drink, coffee, that everything, right? Look, do you see this? Cocoa powder, no sugar added, nothing. And it has not been processed with alkali, right? It's natural. Now I'm going to read it to you. I get here for every tablespoon. So for every tablespoon of this cocoa powder, natural 100% cocoa powder, for every tablespoon, I get, pay attention to that, I get 3 grams of fibers, 0 sugar. So let me put it this way. 3 grams of dietary healthy freaking fibers and 0 sugar. So 0 net carb. Dietary fibers, 0 carb. So the total carb would be 3 plus 0, which is 3 grams of total carbohydrates, among which 3 grams of healthy dietary fibers, and 0 freaking sugar, also called net carbohydrates by some food labels, right? So whatever you eat, make sure that the dietary fibers are high and the sugars are low, very, very low, right? It's very, very, very important. This is the way you will lose your freaking fat, right? I'm on the keto diet, right? For many years. My God, I have 0 body fat. 0. There's no body fat. Nothing. Absolutely zero. And in my blood, because I'm on the keto diet, I have always enough ketones also called ketone bodies also called ketones. These are special molecules that come from the breakdown of your fat, right? To keep my brain, to give a lot of energy to my brains, because the brain can use ketones, right? Also called ketone bodies. I don't know why they call them bodies, but these are molecules, right? Ketones is the best term. So I have a lot of ketones in my blood because there's barely any sugar that goes into my mouth, right? In the keto diet, I'm not allowed to have more than 20, that is 20 grams of sugar, nasty sugar, right? So think about that. In one single apple, you have about 20 grams of sugar. Think about that. In one single banana, there is about 20 grams of nasty sugar. Don't say like my sister, oh, but it's the fruit sugar. There is absolutely no difference between the fruit sugar, which is glucose and fructose, and the table sugar. I mean, I don't want to go into the detail that goes into your body. They all become glucose and fructose. It is exactly the same. Same thing as honey. Honey is full of glucose and fructose, sugar. Right? It's natural. Well, where do you think the table sugar comes from? Well, it comes from sugar cane, right? Or it comes from the beet, sugar beet. These are all natural, glucose and fructose, whichever fruit, whether it's apple, banana, whether it's orange, or whether it's sugar cane, or the sugar beet. It's sugar. It's freaking nasty, unhealthy for you. That is why I don't eat apples, I don't eat bananas, I don't eat beet, I don't eat honey, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And don't tell me that I'm missing any vitamins and mineral. Anybody who tells you that doesn't know anything about molecular biology and nutrition. There is no vitamin, no mineral, nothing that you can find in fruits that you cannot find in cocoa powder, in nuts, in some vegetables, in olive oil, in supplements, and I mean, you name it. There is in tea. My God, coffee. There are millions of beverages, healthy beverages, like tea, like coffee, that brings you so many vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. Again, this cocoa powder, it has so many vitamins, minerals, right? Minerals, zinc, everything, potassium, blah, 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 blah. So don't tell me you need to eat bananas in order to get your potassium, right? Here you go. There's potassium in this. There's potassium in every freaking nut. You have potassium. Cocoa powder contains one of the most powerful antioxidants in the world, called proanthocyanidins, right? Proanthocyanidin. It's one of the most powerful, among many others that you can find in cocoa powder, in tea, in coffee, in nuts. I mean, everywhere. And I eat, of course, I'm not advertising, tomato paste, right? It has all the vitamin, nutrients, and fibers that I need. I get about 3 grams of dietary fibers just with I'm not advertising any brand. It's just to tell you, tomato paste, not tomato sauce, tomato paste. It's better. I posted a video about that. Tomato paste is better than tomato sauce. So I get so many, all the vitamins, mineral. Of course, I take my fish oil, 1,000 milligram per day in the morning only. My heart is healthy, so I don't take more than 1,000 milligram, just one capsule in the morning. I take my calcium, my vitamin D, one pill of multivitamins, right? And I eat enough of every healthy freaking stuff that I absolutely don't need to eat fruits and all these freaking vegetables. I get all my dietary fibers, my vitamins, my mineral, and I'm super healthy. I'm 50 years young, right? I can take any 20-year-olds. I can swim faster than any 20-year-old. I can lift more weight than most 20-year-olds, like, for instance, my nieces and nephew, who are all obese and overweight. Bring me any 20-year-old. I beat him on a 50-meter sprint in the park over there, right? I am extremely strong. I sleep like a baby. All my health parameters are those of a baby. My blood pressure, my hemoglobin A1C, my fasting sugar, my freaking liver function test, my kidney function test, my heart. I take the ultrasound probe because I'm an expert in ultrasound, in medical imaging, right? 14 licenses at high level. I put it on my heart, looks like that of a baby. I put it on my liver, the probe, the ultrasound probe, looks like that of a baby. I take the ultrasound probe, put it on my kidneys, that of a baby. I check my carotid arteries, not even one tiny little plaque of cholesterol and nasty gooey called atherosclerosis. Nothing. I go to the gym every day, 2 hours. I sleep like a baby. At 9 o'clock, I put my head down. After 2 minutes, I'm gone. And I wake up spontaneously by 6 o'clock. Don't anyone tell me that because I'm not eating freaking fruits that I'm not healthy. Let me show you something. Do you see this? Pay attention. Look at this. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is Dr. B. Look, not even 1 gram of fat. Dude, you see? I'm pinching the skin. You see my freaking skin? I'm pinching it. Do you see? Do you see any sagging skin? Look. Do you see any sagging skin? Nothing. Do you see the muscle? Do you see the beautiful definition of the biceps muscle? Do you see the triceps muscle over there? Right? So don't anyone come tell me that I'm not healthy because I'm not eating freaking fruits. Now, of course, when you are young, go ahead, be my guest. Eat all the fruits that you want. When I was younger, I used to eat 10 bananas per day, right? But think about that. How many calories in an average banana? 90. 90. In one freaking banana, one banana, you have 90 calories and 20 grams of sugar. I'm not talking about fibers, right? The total carbohydrates, right? Imagine that. In one banana, you have 20 grams of nasty sugar, glucose and fructose. When I was younger, I used to eat 10 bananas per day. 3 in the morning and then 2 in the afternoon and then another 3 and then 3 at night. I mean, it was crazy. So with 10 bananas per day, 90 calories each, I would swallow just with the bananas that I was eating, I would swallow 900 calories. And then, of course, go eat this, go eat that. I mean, I was constantly eating pasta, rice, pizzas, burger, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm 50 years young, right? You need to zip it, right? You need not only to decrease the amount of calories, right? But you need to, at the same time, cut back on this nasty sugar. Sugar, also called glucose and fructose. Fructose become glucose in your body, right? That some food labels label as net carbohydrates, glucose, sugar, nasty sugar. Some labels call it net carbohydrates. So be careful about that. Be very careful. Look at the total carbohydrates, which is the fibers, good fibers here for your intestine, for your gut, for your colon, and the bad carbohydrates that they call net carbohydrates, which is actually most labels label it as sugar, the nasty sugar that makes you become fat in your body. So when I was young, I used to eat anything constantly all the time, right? But after a certain age, you need to give up. And a few years ago, I started this keto diet, means no more sugar at all, right? You cut back on every freaking sugar, right? Let me give you another example. An apple. My God, I used to eat apples every day. Wake up in the morning, get an apple in the afternoon during my lunch block, constantly apples, right? And people say, well, one apple a day keeps the doctor away. Okay, very good. The problem is that people don't limit themselves to just one apple a day. They eat one apple and a banana. And then they have a glass of orange juice, right? And then, I mean, it's endless the amount of sugar that they take in their body just by eating freaking fruits, right? Think about it. One apple, an average size apple, has exactly like about one banana, about 20 grams of freaking sugar, right? 20 grams. So imagine I'm on the keto diet, means every day my total sugar, the nasty sugar, I can eat only maximum 20 grams. So for me, the maximum amount of sugar that I can eat is one apple. That's it. My sister sits down, she sits down in the morning, she has all this massive amount of breakfast with sugar and everything and fruit yogurts, and then she swallows a banana. On her way to work, she eats an apple and then another banana and this and that, and she loves these little yogurts that has fruit in them. She doesn't realize the massive amount of sugar that she eats, even if there is no added sugar. Remember that in the natural yogurt, fat-free, sugar-free, there is the natural sugar of the yogurt, right? So if a yogurt is sugar-free, it means they didn't add any sugar, means no added sugar, right? It doesn't mean that the yogurt has no sugar. Milk has the natural sugar that we call lactose. The milk of mommy, the milk of the cow, the milk of goat has natural sugar, right? It's a nasty natural sugar that is great when you're a baby, you're an adult, young adult, you're exercising, you have a huge metabolism. It's fantastic. But after a certain time, you need to cut back. I don't drink any more milk, too much sugar. And the only yogurt that I eat is 1 tablespoon of sugar, no added sugar, no fat, no nothing, just to get the probiotic. And my sister sits down, she eats all these little fruity yogurts she gives to her kid. Her refrigerator is full of these freaking different types of these are little beautiful, and they make them so beautiful, right? They put the little fruits on the label of those little cups. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, these little cups of yogurt, right? She buys millions of them every week, right? She puts them in her fridge, and she thinks that's healthy to eat. And of course, it's written no added sugar, but she forgets that all the fruits that they put in that freaking yogurt, and the yogurt itself does have a massive amount of natural sugar. It doesn't matter whether it's the table sugar or the natural sugar of the food. It's all glucose and fructose. It's the same freaking stuff that she puts in her body, and then she wonders why she is fat, why she has a belly, how come she cannot lose weight, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But she doesn't give a catso about anything. She doesn't listen to me. All she cares about is enjoying her life. She thinks she eats healthy, but somehow, some way, looking at herself in the mirror, she's complaining about, oh, what should I do, Dr. B, what should I do, blah, blah, blah. What you should do is zip it and stop buying all this nasty stuff, guys. She needs to stop that. So whenever, guys, you have a craving, satisfy your craving. Do not listen to these idiots who post videos and texts everywhere. I see it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. All these idiots who are absolutely not doctor, who claim to be I don't know what, post and they say it's very beneficial to you to do intermittent fasting or to fast for a whole day. There's this idiot, I saw him a few weeks ago. Oh, it is so good for your body to fast 2 days. Now think about that idiot. And then he says, if you fast 2 days, you will reduce your risk of cancer. You will cleanse your body. I mean, what does cleansing your body mean? Are you going to get like soap or bleach and clean your body because you are fasting for 2 days? I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Any doctor, any specialist in healthcare, anybody who knows science, health science, understand that the term cleansing your body doesn't mean anything. What does that mean? I'm going to cleanse my body by fasting. That's what that idiot was saying. If you fast for 2 days, you're going to cleanse your body. What does that mean? It means I'm going to take some detergent and cleanse my inside, my liver, my kidney. How do you cleanse the body? What does cleansing mean? I'm an expert in biology, in molecular biology, in histology, in cellular biology. There is no term in biology cleansing your body. What does that mean? You're going to cleanse your body. It doesn't mean anything. And then he says that supposedly if you fast for 2 days, what's going to happen? You're going to age, you're going to reverse the clock of aging and blah, blah, blah. All this bullshit he's telling you. Don't listen to these idiots. They are just saying that just to get viewers, and then of course subscribe to my subscribe to my channel, click on that product that I'm selling or down there, keep your credit card ready. These are scammers. They have absolutely no scientific proof to back up their claim. Me, Dr. B, I am telling you, the science, the medical science has proven that you do not need to skip any meal. You do not need to fast in order to lose weight. All you need to do is that when you satisfy your cravings, make sure that you satisfy your craving by foods that are a little bit and that have 0 to barely any sugar. And the best one that I do, right, is, I'm not advertising any names, is this whole almonds. And as I told you, whenever I am hungry, right, whether it's at 10 o'clock, during my lunch, in between, I grab a little fistful of almonds. Each serving, I get 5 freaking grams of fibers, which is so healthy for my colon. I posted a video, and I get only 1 gram of nasty sugar, only 1 gram. I'm allowed to get 20 per day for my keto diet, so that I stay lean. My tummy is flat like a board. Did you see my muscles? I showed you my muscle. Same thing for my tummy. Not even 1 gram of fat. My love handle, 0 love handle. My visceral fat, 0. So when you have cravings, satisfy your cravings by something that doesn't have sugar, right? Eat an avocado. So let me tell you something. For instance, what I do, if I have a craving, I eat this, right, almonds, and then let's suppose I had my dinner after my gym at 6 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock. If I have a little craving suddenly, what do? I take 1 or 2, I'm not advertising any brand. Pay attention to this. Do you see this? Peanut butter. Pure peanut butter. Do you see it? 100%. No sugar, no fat. Do you see it? No sugar, no fat. Right? No added sugar. I get with this 3 grams of dietary fibers for each servings and 1 gram of sugar. Isn't that crazy? So if you have a craving, don't grab a banana. Don't grab a yogurt like my sister. If you have a craving, don't grab an apple. Don't grab a glass of orange juice. You're going to destroy yourself. Grab a fistful of pistachios. Grab a fistful of almonds. Grab a fistful of peanuts. Grab a fistful of walnuts. You will get a huge amount of dietary fibers, the good carbohydrates that go in your colon, keep your colon healthy, keep you away from colon cancer. And I have proof of everything that I'm saying. I'm not saying bullshit like all these other idiots. I can prove you everything with the scientific evidence, right? scientific publications, right? And you get only 0 or 1 gram of sugar. Isn't that crazy? I am allowed to eat only up to 20. Means maximum 1 banana per day, but then nothing else. It's crazy. So you have to zip your mouth. No sugar has to go there, except maximum 20 because I'm on the keto diet, right? Another option is an avocado. Go buy avocado, put them in your fridge. Each time you have a craving, eat 1 avocado, right? With an avocado, as an example, you're going to get 10 grams of dietary fibers. My God, so healthy. And only 2 grams of sugar. Only 2 grams, right? So in a freaking avocado, you have 12 grams of total carbohydrates, right? But 10 grams among these 12, so 12 grams, 10 plus 2, 12 grams of total carbohydrates. Among these 12 grams, right, you have 10 grams of healthy freaking dietary fibers and only 2 grams of sugar. Compare 2 grams of sugar with 1 avocado to 20 grams of sugar that you get with 1 banana. 1 banana brings you 20 grams of nasty sugar, right? 1 banana. 1 avocado brings you only 2 grams. Isn't that crazy? So you get 10 times less sugar by eating an avocado than by eating a banana. So avocado, nuts, right? This is the best. Go grab an egg. You are hungry? Go grab 2 eggs. Super healthy for you. Very low calories, right? Full of healthy fat, full of vitamins, full of minerals, right? It's so super healthy. And same for the mango. The mango has so many healthy vegetable oils. So don't listen to these people who are telling you that in order to lose weight, to become healthy, you need to skip a meal. You need to go on an intermittent fasting, or like that idiot that you need to fast for 2 days. No, you don't need to do that. It is extremely hard to not satisfy your cravings. You don't need to not satisfy your cravings. Just go ahead, satisfy your craving, but do it with something that has a lot of fibers and very low sugar. Again, I repeat, very high fibers, which will not be transformed in your intestine in sugar. They will go into large intestine, give you protection against colon cancer and the microbiota that you have, so that you can healthy when you eat that yogurt full of all these healthy microbes, probiotics. And at the same time you eat fiber, you create a great environment in your colon, right? That will fight colon cancer, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome. It's amazing how healthy you can be by simple things and by not listening to these quacks who are selling you this fake medication, fake supplement, fake stuff. I mean, it pisses me off to see how people are advertising this kind of garbage and can get away with it. It's very simple to be healthy. Do not cut back. Do not try to control your cravings. You have a craving, go ahead, grab a fistful of almonds, no sugar, no salt, right? With some no sugar, no salt tea. That's it. You're going to be done for 3 hours. You get hungry again, grab a fistful of walnuts. That's it. And then some tea, no sugar, no salt, no caffeine after 12 o'clock. And that's it, you're done. And then for dinner, you do like me, tiny bit of this, tiny bit of that. No sugar in anything, right? And that's it. You're going to be like Dr. B. You'll be healthy. You'll be in good shape. You're going to have no fat and everything, right? You see, one more word. Those people who tell you to fast, to skip meal, they have absolutely nothing to back up their claim. There is no proof at all. In addition to that, all the studies have shown that people who do this kind of intermittent fasting or who skip meals, eventually, after a few weeks or a few months, they give up. They give up because the brain cannot control that. It's too strong of a desire. It's like the sexual desire. If my girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend now, but if my girlfriend was to come here like before, she would come here, beautiful girl in my apartment, get almost naked, walking around in her underwear, in her beautiful lingerie. My God, is it possible to resist the temptation of having girl with that young, beautiful Italian woman? Right? It's impossible, right? Only if I have no penis, or I apologize to gay people, whatever make you happy, but I'm straight. So if you are gay, you're not going to have sex with my girlfriend because you're gay. Good for you, whatever, God bless you, whatever makes you happy. But I'm straight. Is there any straight man who's going to be in my apartment seeing my girlfriend walking around in her lingerie, tiny little G-string and everything, nice boobs and everything, and not want to have sex with her? It's impossible to resist, right? Unless you're, I don't know, you have no penis, or you are an homosexual, and I have respect for those people. But if you are a straight man, a straight healthy man like me, you grab the woman, you have sex with her, and then you have sex again with her, and then you take her out for dinner, restaurant, and then you come back, you have sex with her, then you go watch a movie, then you have sex with her, right? That's how it has always been, right? I don't have a girlfriend now, but you get my point. It's not easy, and it's impossible to control these biological urges that have been engraved in your brain, in your limbic system, right? The limbic system is the part of your brain that is responsible for coordination of pleasure, happiness, right? When you satisfy your craving like food or sex or going on vacation or socializing, blah, blah, blah. We are very social humans, right? Our brain wants us to socialize so that we meet people and blah, blah, blah. We meet girls, we meet men, we have sex, we bond, then we eat, then we make more babies, blah, blah, blah. It's part of the natural evolution of our brain, right? Our limbic system cannot resist these urges that are engraved in it, right? So you need to satisfy your sexual desire, you need to satisfy your food craving, but don't satisfy it by eating garbage, for God's sake. It has to have high fibers, like the 1 servings of almonds. I'm not advertising anything, for which I get 5 grams of fibers and only 1 gram of sugar. Don't go eat a freaking banana. Don't go eat an orange. Huge amount of sugar in an orange, 20 grams, just like an apple, like a banana, right? Don't go buy a pizza. Don't go buy freaking processed food. Eat healthy stuff. Buy some 100% peanut butter and eat 2 or 3 or 4 tablespoon with some healthy tea. You're going to get all the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants that you need, right? So be reasonable. It's like if I have a sex craving, right? I don't have a girlfriend now, but if I had a girlfriend, I would call her, oh, come here, let's have sex, right? I'm not going to go outside and rape a woman because I have a sex craving and destroy my life, her life, become a criminal, become a rapist, right? So every craving has to be satisfied in a normal, healthy way, right? So when you have sex craving, you have sex with your wife, your husband, with your significant other, with your girlfriend. You don't go have sex with somebody in the street, right? It's the same thing for your freaking craving food. You don't do like my sister. They have bowls of fruits everywhere on every freaking table. From the table in her living room to the table in her bedroom to the kitchen, there's fruits everywhere, and nasty fruit. These are not low calories fruit like for instance, as I said, avocados, right? They are bananas, apple, freaking grapes. Oh my God, she loves to eat grapes. Guys, grapes are huge amount of sugar in them. Mangoes, she loves mangoes, right? Mangoes, my God, you got tons of sugar in one freaking mango, right? These are very bad fruits. They are very good when you're young because they give you that punch, that energy to go bike for 2 hours. And then they give you the energy to go swim for an hour, and then they give you energy to go to the gym for 3 hours. But we're not doing this anymore. We are 50 and above, right? So we shouldn't do that. Or if you are younger and you got a belly, you're out of shape, then you need to start even earlier. So when you're young, in good shape and healthy, go ahead, be my guest, just like Dr. B. I used to eat tons of fruit, tons of food, blah, 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 blah. But now it's over, right? So listen to me. Do not listen to these quacks who are telling you that you need to skip a meal, that you need to go on fasting, because eventually all the studies have shown that after a few weeks or after a few months, people, they give up. The rate of dropouts is almost 100%. Means you're never going to see somebody who will keep going for more than just a few tiny small months. 2, 3, 4. Eventually they get crazy. Their brain goes crazy. They just cannot resist the temptation of having their lunch or their dinner or their breakfast. Imagine that idiot saying you need to do that for 2 days. And he was saying, I forgot how many times per month. Like twice a month, 3 times a month. Like you need to go on fasting for 2 days. Think about that. What that idiot is saying. You need to go on fasting for 2 days, 2 or 3 times per month. Right? That's what that idiot was saying. And then he was saying that it can do this to you without providing any proof, any scientific proof, right? And he was saying, like, in his opinion, it can keep you away from cancer. In his opinion, it can make you age slower. I mean, it's all bullshit, right? The only scientific proof that we do have is that if at the end of the day, you lower the amount of calories, caloric restriction, dietary caloric restriction, you will slow down the pace of aging and you will extend your lifespan. Obviously, without smoking, drinking alcohol, blah, 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 obviously, right? But when it comes to the diet, it has been proven that all that matters is that at the end of the day, when you go to bed, you have only a tiny amount of calories that don't come from sugar. That's it. That's it. You can skip meals, you cannot skip meals, it doesn't matter. You can spread your calories during the day, or you can take them in 2 times or 3 times, it doesn't matter. At the end, what matters is that the whole amount of calories when you go to bed that you ate the whole day is extremely low, like Dr. B. And then you're going to be very healthy. You don't need to fight this craving. I never fight any craving. I just eat a little fistful of walnuts, and it takes time to swallow them, to chew them, because it's a lot of fat, healthy fat and protein, right? And then you drink your tea. My God, it's so healthy. Why would you why would you resist that craving? Are you masochistic? I mean, you got to be masochistic, right? To want to eat something, to want to eat, but you don't eat it. Like you need to not have a penis to see a woman, a young, beautiful Italian girl walking in your apartment almost naked in her lingerie and not have sex with her, right? I mean, so why would I stop that craving for sex? What would be the point? No, I'm going to grab her, give her what she needs and blah, blah. You get my point. So it's same thing for food. Satisfy your craving. There is all the backing, all the scientific evidence to prove that it's okay, as long as it's a little bit, means low amount of calories, and you spread all these calories during the day. You don't have to skip any meal. You don't have to fast. There is absolutely no proof with that. And make sure that you don't have, or the minimum possible sugar. For me, keto diet, maximum 20. Which is a tiny amount. 20 grams of sugar is just all the sugar that there is in a banana. So I cannot have more than that. So do you understand what I'm saying? So don't believe all these idiots. And of course, make sure you stay away from processed food, blah, blah, blah. If you do all these things together, right, with exercising and being happy at work, happy at home, blah, blah, blah. I mean, how is it possible that you're not going to age gracefully like Dr. B? How is it possible that we're not going to be together in 50 years and age gracefully so that, God willing, I can teach you medicine, right? How is it possible like that, Dr. B, you're not going to be able to have muscles like this? Look, did I show you this before in this video? Look, do you see this? Look at the muscle. You see the fat? There's no fat. Look, look, look. There's no sagging skin, and I'm 50 years freaking young, right? Do you see it? Do you see? Do you see the freaking muscle, right? Look at this muscle. Look at this. How is it possible you're not going to be like this if you do what I'm doing, right? Don't believe these quacks. Don't believe these idiots. And don't believe people who tell you that you need to eat fruits every day, 5 servings of fruits and vegetable. It is a lie. It is good when you're young, but after a certain age, you can easily, just like Dr. B, just like me, replace all fruits and vegetables with very healthy alternatives. And anybody who doesn't believe you, show them my video and tell that person to bring me his 20-year-old kid, 20-year-old nephew, whoever the cats they have, to that park over there on a sprint. I put $10,000 bet that I can beat that young 20-year-old on a 50-meter sprint. I'm not a long-distance runner. I'm too heavy, too muscular. So I'm not good in long distance. You need to be very skinny. You need to not have muscle. Have you seen all these marathon runners? They're skinny, skin and bone. I'm not like that. I want to be nice, beautiful, athletic looking with muscle, right? And that's what I am. So I can beat anyone. And tell them so that I can send them the results of my blood test. I do blood tests every 6 months to check my fasting sugar, cholesterol, liver function test, my CRP, everything, right? My blood sugar is that of a baby. My hemoglobin A1C, that of a baby. My cholesterol, that of a baby. My triglyceride, that of a baby. Liver function, every freaking thing, that of a baby, right? My EKG, my everything, my heart ultrasound, my kidney ultrasound, my carotid ultrasound, my freaking thyroid ultrasound, everything mint, pristine, not even one plaque anywhere. I love you guys. Let's keep in touch regardless of your gender, your race, your ethnicity, blah, 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 blah. Whether you're a man, a woman, or anything in between, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, whether you're Latin or Asian. I don't give a cazzo whether you're black or white. I really don't give a cazzo. I love you, and I will be always honest to you. I went to medical school more than 30 years ago, and I took the Hippocratic Oath to never, ever put my interest above yours, unlike all these quacks. It's unbelievable, all these quacks that you see, that I can see their videos everywhere. After 3 seconds when I click on that video, I can see the guy is a quack, that he's lying. But unfortunately, in America, false advertisement is considered freedom of speech. Means you can go claim anything you want about any issue, about anything. It's considered freedom of speech. And as long as you claim, you put a disclaimer, which is always what they do. They are very smart. You put a disclaimer saying that this is just for information. Make sure that you don't take me seriously or consult with your doctor. So if we're not supposed to take you seriously, why do you say this kind of garbage to people, right? But it's all for money, for clicks, for membership, for stupid registering to his freaking channel and subscribing to his channel and blah, blah, blah. But unfortunately, they can get away with it. And if they sell something, they put a disclaimer to, and they say the FDA hasn't approved this product that I'm selling you to grow your hair or to make your penis bigger. The FDA hasn't approved it, but buy it. Make sure your credit card ready, because if you buy it, your penis will be really bigger, and you're gonna suddenly become 20 years younger and everything. These are quacks. Some of them claim they are doctors. I don't know. I have no clue to verify. How do you verify that? I don't know. And most of them are extremely good at making movies. Unlike me, I'm extremely good. I'm a genius in medicine, in surgery, in science, biochemistry, chemistry, anatomy, physiology. I know it all. I've been 30 plus years. Nobody can beat me in medicine, guys, and I love you. But these people, so I cannot make movies like they do. These people who claim to be doctors, for some reasons, they are able to make these beautiful videos that are extremely impressive. They come with music, special effect, and fake pictures that they can put. And they're able, like Hollywood movies, to make you impressed. It's like you watch a movie about Superman or Spider-Man. You really think this guy is Superman because they make this guy fly in a way that you're like, is it really a movie, or is he really flying? Or that freaking Spider-Man, or all these. You really think this guy is climbing these buildings. I don't know how they make that in Hollywood, to make that Spider-Man going up the building without falling. I don't know how they do that. But these guys the same. They make these impressionable videos, like showing you this fat guy with a big belly, and if you buy this product, your belly will burn. Look at this guy. Ooh, look at that guy. Did you see? And so they put 2 pictures of the guy. Same face. I don't know how they do that. And the belly suddenly is melted, like the guy is like Arnold Schwarzenegger with a six-pack ab. I mean, everybody knows it's fake, but people fall for that because they have no knowledge of science, medicine, biology, like Dr. B. I'm here, guys, to help you. I swear that I will never, ever BS you. I will never sell you any junk stuff. I will never, ever put my interest above yours. I love you guys. Get back to me if you have any comments. And hope to see you in the next video. I give you a big hug. Bye-bye.